Your Honda's engine might seem simple, but it's actually holding a grudge every time you mishandle it. These 5 driving habits could be quietly destroying your engine right now, and most Honda owners don't even realize they're doing them. Stay with me to the end because I've got a bonus tip that could save you thousands on your next Civic, Accord, or CR-V. Let's talk about habit number 1. Lugging your Honda CVT or automatic by accelerating hard from low RPMs in too high a gear. Here's the thing. Your transmission wasn't designed for this kind of stress. When you're cruising at 30 miles per hour and suddenly stomp on the gas pedal expecting immediate power, you're putting enormous strain on your torque converter, clutches, and bearings. What's actually happening is your transmission is struggling to deliver power. It doesn't have ready access to. It's like asking someone to sprint immediately after waking up from a nap. Everything's going to hurt. This is especially common in Civics, Accords, and CR-Vs with either the CVT or traditional automatic. The mechanical stress creates heat, and heat is the absolute enemy of transmission components. Over time, this leads to premature wear of your clutch packs, bearing surfaces, and can even damage the torque converter itself. Now look, a little bit of this now and then isn't going to instantly destroy anything, but make it a daily habit, and you're looking at transmission repairs that easily run $2,500 to $4,000. All because you didn't want to downshift or let the CVT adjust before accelerating. The fix is simple. Either manually downshift before accelerating hard, or give your CVT a moment to adjust by gradually increasing pressure on the pedal. Your Honda will thank you with thousands of extra miles of trouble-free driving. Speaking of thanking your Honda, let's move on to habit number 2. Revving your Honda engine cold before the VTC actuator and oil pump have circulated oil through the entire system. This one's particularly damaging to Honda's Earth Dreams engines. When you first start your Honda on a cold morning, there's this critical period of about 30 to 60 seconds, where the oil hasn't yet reached all the components that need lubrication. The variable timing control actuator in particular is extremely sensitive to this. But here's what happens. You start the car, immediately put it in gear, and accelerate hard out of your driveway. Without proper oil pressure and temperature, those precision components are essentially grinding against each other metal to metal. That's the exact cause of that dreaded 1-second cold start rattle that Honda owners complain about. What's actually happening is the VTC actuator is attempting to adjust timing without proper oil pressure. The pins and locks inside the actuator are clashing without that critical oil film between them. Over time, this creates wear that can't be reversed. Once the damage is done, you're looking at a repair bill of $800 to $1,500 just for the VTC actuator, not including labor. And in severe cases, this habit can lead to timing chain stretch, which is an even more expensive repair. The solution costs you nothing but a few seconds of patience. Start your Honda, let it idle for about 30 seconds before putting it in gear, and drive gently for the first minute or two. This gives the oil pump time to build pressure and circulate oil to all those precision components. Your engine will not only last longer, but you'll also avoid that annoying cold start rattle that plagues so many Honda owners. Now for habit number 3, driving your Honda V6 Pilot Odyssey or Accord with the variable cylinder management system, constantly switching cylinders on and off. Honda's VCM system was designed with good intentions to save fuel by deactivating cylinders when you don't need them. But here's the reality. When it's constantly toggling between 3 and 6 cylinders during regular driving, it creates some serious problems. The cylinders that get deactivated aren't receiving regular combustion, which means carbon builds up, spark plugs foul more quickly, and most concerning, the piston rings don't stay properly seated and lubricated. Over time, this leads to oil burning, compression loss, and that dreaded check engine light. What's actually happening mechanically is that the VCM system is using oil pressure to lock and unlock rocker arms, which deactivates the valves for certain cylinders. This constant switching creates uneven wear patterns in your engine. If you've noticed your V6 Honda burning oil after 60,000 miles, this is often why. The repair isn't cheap either. Replacing piston rings means disassembling the entire engine, easily a $2,000 to $3,500 repair. Now, I'm not saying the VCM system is all bad. It does improve fuel economy when working properly, But if you do a lot of highway driving or mixed-speed commuting where the system is constantly toggling on and off, consider installing a VCM muzzler or similar device that helps the system operate less aggressively. Your engine will thank you with longer life and less oil consumption. And honestly, the minimal fuel economy hit is nothing compared to the cost of major engine repairs down the road. If you're finding this information helpful so far, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps other Honda owners find this video, and I've got 2 more crucial habits plus that bonus tip coming up that you definitely don't want to miss. Let's talk about habit number 4, ignoring the Honda maintenance minder warnings and stretching oil change intervals past the recommended percentage. Now, Honda's maintenance minder is actually pretty sophisticated. It's not just counting miles, it's analyzing your driving style and calculating oil life based on engine load, temperature cycles, and a bunch of other factors. But here's the problem. So many owners see that 15% oil life remaining and think, I can stretch this another 1,000 miles. What's actually happening when you do this is allowing contaminated oil to circulate through precision components. Honda engines, particularly the newer direct injection models, create more contaminants in the oil than older port injection designs. When oil gets dirty and old, it forms sludge, which clogs oil passages and prevents proper lubrication. This is especially problematic for the variable valve timing system, and on turbo models, the turbocharger bearings, which spin at over 150,000 revolutions per minute and require absolutely clean oil. Ignore those maintenance minder warnings, and you're looking at accelerated timing chain stretch, premature bearing wear, and in turbo models, potentially catastrophic turbocharger failure. A simple oil change costs you maybe $40 to $80 if you do it yourself, or $70 to $120 at the dealer. Compare that to a timing chain replacement at $1,200, or a turbocharger replacement at $1,800 plus labor. The math just doesn't make sense to stretch those intervals. Your Honda was engineered to precise tolerances, and the maintenance minder was calibrated specifically for your engine. Trust the system, and when it says you're at 15% oil life, take that as a one-time warning, not a suggestion that you've got another month of driving left. And now for habit number 5, which is particularly relevant for owners of newer turbocharged Hondas, stomping the throttle on your Honda turbocharged engine before the oil reaches operating temperature. This might be the most expensive mistake you can make with a modern Honda 1.5 T or 2.0 T engine. Here's what happens. You start your car on a cold morning, and within 30 seconds, you're accelerating hard onto the highway, demanding full boost from the turbo. At this point, your oil is still thick and hasn't reached the ideal operating temperature of around 190 to 220 degrees. The turbocharger, spinning at incredible speeds, is receiving inadequate lubrication exactly when it needs it most. What's actually happening mechanically is that the turbo shaft bearings are experiencing metal-on-metal contact without the protective oil film they require. Similarly, the direct injection system, which operates at extremely high pressures, up to 3,000 pounds per square inch, is straining against cold, thick oil. Over time, this creates premature wear on the turbocharger bearings, the high-pressure fuel pump, and can even lead to carbon buildup on intake valves. Once a turbocharger develops shaft play from worn bearings, it's only a matter of time before it fails completely. And a replacement turbo for a Civic or Accord can easily cost $1,200 for the part alone, plus several hours of labor. The solution is so simple it almost hurts. Just give your Honda about 5 minutes of gentle driving before demanding full power. This allows the oil to reach proper operating temperature and viscosity, ensuring all those precision components receive the lubrication they were designed to have. Your turbocharger will last the life of the vehicle instead of becoming an expensive repair at 60,000 miles. Trust me, those few minutes of patience will save you thousands down the road. Now for that bonus tip, I promised. Consider using Honda's genuine maintenance minder oil and filter for at least every other oil change. Here's why this matters. Honda engines, particularly the newer Earth Dreams and turbocharged models, were specifically designed and tested with Honda's own oil formulation. The genuine Honda oil contains specific additives that help with cold starts, prevent timing chain stretch, and provide better high-temperature protection for turbochargers. I'm not saying you need to use dealer oil for every single change. A good quality synthetic that meets the Honda specifications will work just fine most of the time. But alternating with the genuine Honda oil provides those specific additives that were engineered for your exact engine. It's like giving your engine a spa treatment every 10,000 miles or so. And contrary to what some people think, the price difference isn't that significant. Maybe $10 to $15 more per change when you consider the filter and oil together. That's a small price to pay for the peace of mind knowing you're giving your engine exactly what the engineers who designed it intended it to have. Think of your Honda's engine like a marathon runner's body. It's designed to go the distance, but only if you give it the right care at the right times. These 5 habits might seem small in the moment, but they compound over time into either thousands in repair bills or thousands of trouble-free miles. The choice is yours. If you found this video helpful, I've got another one on the 5 most common Honda transmission issues and how to prevent them. Click the link in the description to check it out. Your Honda will thank you.